What's up, Capricorn? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your week ahead starting August 18th, 2025. Capricorn, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to the channel. Appreciate you. The deck I am using will be listed in the description box. Not reading any reversals, just going to cleanse the energies real good from doing Sagittarius's messages. We're not going to use that card. Just going to stick it back in there. This deck is very slippery. Don't offer any apologies. I'm just doing the best that I can do to get the energies out there to you. All right, so let's see. What is coming up here for Capricorn? What's the energy potentially surrounding Capricorn this week? It's Capricorn have to look forward to. Energies for Capricorn. Yeah, okay. All right, let's cut the deck here and begin the messages here for you, Capricorn, to see what is in store. First card and message is the Moon, Major Arcana. All right, so the Moon cycle of energy is ending. A new cycle is about to begin. Moon comes in terms of emotional changes. So you always have to make sure that you are keeping a check on your emotional energy here. You want to make sure that you're striking a balance, because this moon can be tricky at times, sending your emotions up real high or sending them down too low. Paying attention to your intuition. I just said that several times here for the other videos that I have recorded because one of the oracle messages have shown up more than once. And it's to pay attention to your intuition the first time. The impressions that you get, you have to pay attention. You always know or have to know that the first thing that you get is the correct answer to move forward for anything that you've been, thinking about, being pressed about, or whatever. Secrets are revealed. Things that were kept from you, hidden from you, they may come to the forefront. That involves likes and crushes when it comes to romance, right? So that's the major arcana of the moon. All right, paying attention to your intuition is highly favored here. Don't doubt yourself. Following the moon, now we have the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, indecisive, feeling like you're at a crossroad. Again, pay attention to your intuition. Have to make a choice. Narrow that choice down to one. This is my same-sex loving energy. Could be just dealing with a mild bit of anxiety or something that occurs that you have to choose or decide upon, okay? So you have to narrow that choice down to one. Could be that you're out and about to Capricorn, and there could be some sort of construction or delays going on in terms of where you travel, and then you get rerouted to go another way. Following the Two of Swords, now we have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is always a projection of energy that may come on to you by others, right? In terms of petty fights or arguments, don't engage. If you don't add fuel to the fire, it will go away just as quickly as it comes through. If it's not that energy where you're dealing with people trying to start some bullshit with you in terms of petty fights or arguments, it could be that there's a week or a moment during the week that you're experiencing some sort of inner restlessness, and that too shall pass. Following the Five of Wands, we have the Nine of Pentacles, one of the big money cards here. Nine of Pentacles, definitely some sort of recognition that could be coming your way through means from your employer, when it comes to a promotion, substantial pay raises, bonus money, something that you worked hard on, okay? So it could have been that you worked hard on some sort of efforts or energies related to the work that you do, or if it's outside of your employment, Capricorn, maybe it's something that you did, that you worked hard on your own, okay? But this is a card that usually comes through to say that you are deserving of some sort of recognition, all right? So money is usually involved, but I also read the Nine of Pentacles as spending and splurging. This is the only other card beside the Nine of Pentacles that I regard as seeking sort of, financial independence. Either you are or you are seeking that energy, right? So it still would represent job offers, contract offers, pay raises, bonus money. But, having to be recognized for some energy. So when it comes to spending or splurging, whether you want to spend and splurge on yourself or others, you're not to feel guilty about it because there is something that you've done that you are being recognized for. that you deserve. Okay. Also, too, the Nine of Pentacles can be spread out into other areas of your life as well. Following the Nine of Pentacles, now we have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups represents family, love, celebrations, birthdays, anniversaries. I think Capricorn, that I just got a hit. Someone is going to reveal something to you that you didn't know before because it sits underneath that moon instantly. So it could be weddings, anniversaries, birthdays, like I said before, invites to parties and picnics, just having a grand time. It could be with family, could be with friends, could be with, romantic partners. Even number of cups is in the line of cards that I already said that if you receive it in your spread, then you could already be receiving that love, the commitment, devotion. Some family secret comes to the forefront here. Something that you wasn't aware of in the past, now it's coming forward. Okay, now it could be a family member, it could be involving a family member, could be involving a romantic partner, friend, could be a co-worker, but something is being revealed here. Also, to when it comes to, because Ten of Cups represents love and relationships, maybe some sort of secret that someone was keeping from you when it comes to some sort of feelings they have towards you. That energy also is coming out. That moon reveals all of that. Nothing is no longer hidden. Following the Ten of Cups, now we have the Three of Cups, see? In the form of celebrations, again, birthdays, anniversaries, celebrating with family members, friends, romantic partners, co-workers, after work for happy hour. There's a need to be happy and joyous this week, Capricorn. What is it? What's going on? All right, following the Three of Cups, now we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so he's not facing in the back, but it's still how I read it. Sometimes it could be that something you move forward with this week that relates to your past. That would be the Knight of Swords, taking charge and moving forward, okay? Following the Knight of Swords, now we have the Ace of Pentacles. Another big money card here. Wow. Contracts, offers, job offers. I'm sorry, I said offers. Contracts, job offers, starting up businesses. This is one of the big money cards that there is no end to it, because the earning potential is so unlimited. It could be because it sits under the Nine of Pentacles too. Something involving your own money. Your money is on solid ground. It's stable. There's some sort of rewards, or there's some sort of money that's coming towards you, for sure. All right. In any instance, it's positive. On top of the Ten of Cups, now we have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands here is what you're waiting for, who you're waiting for. My only timing card, right? 2 days, 2 week period of time is what I assigned to this. So it could be that you're waiting for a phone call. You could be waiting for, it's usually slow and stagnant energy here, Capricorn, waiting for something to pick up, a relationship, a project. Okay, waiting for something to arrive in the mail. Again, I mentioned the phone call. It could be a phone call that you're waiting for. All right, so other words, for other Capricorns here, it could be, this week that you formulate ideas to put together for a future project, but you're not going to necessarily move because you don't have all the resources or necessary energy to do so. All right. On top of the Three of Cups here for you, Capricorn, we have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles here is where you still could be, receiving a small pay raise, but you're juggling two things. Maybe got two things going on here. Could be interested in two people, working two jobs, and could be just, simply balancing out your checkbook this week. Wow. Two of Pentacles. On top of the Knight of Swords here, now we have the Four of Cups. Again, socializing, celebrating with family members, friends, romantic partners, similar to that of the Three of Cups. I also assign that there could be, celebrations that take place through eating out at diners or restaurants, engagement, equal number of cups here. Energy that you give is what you're going to get back. Okay, Four of Cups. Last card on the Ace of Pentacles here for you, Capricorn, is the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords simply means you can see the guy running, right? Running back. So I always say that the Seven of Swords could represent those people that you have already disconnected your energies from, right? Now they're trying to run back into your life. They may not physically do that. The energy could be still lingering. People that you cut off, family members, friends, could be ex-romantic partners. Be discerning. Use your intuition to know that if these people resurface back into your life, that they're still going to create chaos and conflicting energies for you, right? If it is not that energy that is expressed towards you this week, Capricorn, it could be that material things that, again, you thought you lost, misplaced, put down, forgotten about. That energy always seems to resurface with the Seven of Pentacles. I'm sorry, yeah, Seven of Swords, not the Pentacles. All right, so this is what I have for you this week, Capricorn. I'm grabbed this deck that I used last week for oracle messages just to see what they were to complement your reading with. Okay, so not too bad. The reading looks, pretty good. You have 3 2s here. That's interesting. Maybe that explains the 2 of Swords overall, that there's something going on here that you have to choose and narrow that choice down to 1. All right, so the first energy here for you, Capricorn, represents silent competition. You are not in competition with anybody, but someone may compete with you. Keep focusing on you. Next message here for you, Capricorn, we have, there's that, I just said it. Damn it. I just said that this card has been showing up in all the other readings that I have been doing. Ignoring your intuition, that gut feeling, that's your spirit talking. Listen, the first time, you have to listen the first time, right? It's the first thing that you get is the correct answer. Don't ever disregard that. Whether it's a gut impression or whether it's the inner voice that you hear for the very first time. And sometimes, when it comes to that inner voice, and, I struggle with this myself. And to be honest with you, because what we need to do is to make sure that we're hearing inner voices. And I'm not talking about, psychotic voices. I'm talking about inspirational voices or angelic guides and angels from the other side. You have to distinguish whether or not and remove your ego, okay? Because sometimes your ego will step in and that'll be the voice that you hear, okay? So you want to make sure that it's not your ego that's sending the message as opposed to a spiritual message that you hear, okay? And this, like I said before, this is what I struggle with. But it's not an easy thing, but I usually still go with my gut because that's never going to steer me wrong. All right, so the third and final message here for you, Capricorn, is avoiding shadow work. You can't heal what you won't face. Sweeping it under the rug ain't working. It's time to sit with your truth, unpack the weight, and free yourself. All right, so that's the third and final oracle message here for you. And before I forget, I almost forgot. Turn your shadow energy over. And I'm glad that I did because guess what? Your shadow is the Lovers. Look at that. Okay, so your shadow energy here is the Lovers, major arcana. So usually when the Lover shows up in the spread, whether it's the shadow or in the main spread, it doesn't matter. Any interactions or dealings that you have with anyone this week, you should be okay. Seeing eye to eye with one another, being on the same playing field. This levels all of that energy out. Again, it could be anything related to any formulations of romantic partners, platonic friends, could be business partners. Spending that quality time with, family members, friends, romantic partners, business partners too. That is the Lovers. So you have the major arcana of the Lovers in your spread to finish it, this reading off. Keep in mind, Capricorn, it's just me interpreting these messages here for you. Take what's going to work for you. Of course, leave what's not going to work for you alone. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You guys have a safe, great week ahead. Always come back to get more of these messages from me, Capricorn, and I'll talk to you real soon. Ciao.